I'm here today at the ICAP Charity Trading Day, and someone's throwing stuff at me.
Which you can see is obviously a very serious affair.
Pretty hectic. With me is my very good friend Philip Gill, who I used to deal with in the markets years ago. Philip, great to be here. God, you look good.
David, so do you. You don't look a day over 57.
Just tell me a little bit about this, too, because I know this happens every year. It's happening around the world, isn't it?
Absolutely, around the world, same day, every day.
And the Charity Day, everything you make trading today goes to charity.
Everything we make goes to charity. Even the bond exchange, or the JSE as it's now known, waives their charges for us, so that gets donated to charity as well.
That's fantastic.
And this is our 5th year that we've been doing it now, and we're doing it this year for the Sinetemba Hope House, which is a home for abused children, just to house them and to educate them, and we then find positions for them when they're finished with their education to sort of mentorship in jobs and stuff like that.
Now this is under the auspices of Round Table.
This is under the auspices of Round Table, so they're very much involved.
The nitty-gritty question is, it's now 5-1. How much have you guys made thus far?
Well, the last count we had, which was about half an hour ago, we'd done just over 1.5 million rands. Which is not bad.
Now that has got to be more halfway through the day you've made before, surely?
Certainly more than we made last year. I know that we did crack just on 2 million rand last year, so we're hoping for the same target this year.
That is fantastic.
All things being considered.
Well, that's going to make a hell of a lot of difference, isn't it?
Well, it will do, definitely.
And it's fantastic. And I think everyone tends to think of sort of financial markets being terribly greedy, particularly if you work for the Royal Bank of Scotland,
yes,
who are not represented here, I hasten to add. But this is a very nice way of giving something back.
Yes,
and I think it's a very significant amount. And of course, all the banks come along and play ball as well. I know Deutsche Bank are particularly great.
Particularly
my good friend
with us,
David Whitby there, and I haven't done a deal with him yet, but he's and everyone seems to come and support it. So
he's probably downstairs eating your lunch.
Is he probably in my lunch? Probably, I'll get down there as long as he leaves something for us.
But the guys have been very good to us. There's been a lot of help. There is a lot of support from the guys out there. Even in quiet markets, which we've had over the last couple of months, the guys have definitely come to the party today. It's
tremendous.
Been really, really good.
And of course, when I was in the market, we didn't have all this stuff here. It was just much more
simple. Not at all. When you and I were speaking to each other, it was for semaphore.
We used to use Hewlett-Packard 41Cs in those days. And you've survived and I'm not. And everyone says, how come I'm not in the market? I said, well, you've either two reasons. You've either made so much you can afford to get out, and that wasn't the case, or you weren't much good anyway, and so you had to get out. And which is a bit nearer the truth, probably. But I'm so happy being a journalist, really. Honestly.
I haven't had a stab at journalism, but in the good old days when you used to write your page on Reuters, that was a good training ground for you in your financial days. It wasn't too bad,
and I think now with Out to Lunch up on MoneyWeb, it's much the same. It's an extended version of the KNOW screen.
Now, absolutely.
There's a pretty hectic here. There's a whole lot of people come through. One of the other great things about this thing is this draws in personalities and supporters.
Well,
and this dealing room has been just humming. We've got Akiana Stasiu, we've got Jennifer Sue, we've got David Hall Green, we've got Amanda Forrow, and those are the ones that have just been nice to me.
Those are the ones who've greeted you.
The ones who didn't talk to me, I can't remember the names.
Yes, and we've in fact, Natalie Dutoy has just done a 100,000 rand deal.
Has she?
On Forward Rand, yes, I believe.
So she's here?
Part of it. She's here as well. My dancing partner for the day.
Absolutely.
Can we edit that out?
Yes, no, not at all. Zoom down. And you get a beer and the food's damn good as well.
It's free,
I mean, really, where can you go?
What is this flash car?
This Aston Martin.
Did you nick this?
No, I'm working for MoneyWeb now, Amanda, and this is this comes with the thing.
That matches my shoes.
That's exactly why I bought it.
Have this car.
I have a different coloured one. No, I have a different coloured one every day. This is my new thing from MoneyWeb. We haven't even. Sorry, we were just chatting amongst ourselves. Amanda Forrow, very good old friend of mine. We're also still at the ICAP. Don't sit on my bloody car, woman. Where were we?
Get picked on.
We're still at the
gardener driving. If you're driving.
No, he's driving the bucky today. I normally let him drive this, but I'm driving this today because it's a special occasion, and Moses is driving the bucky.
These days, aren't you?
Oh, well,
this MoneyWeb.
I think when I left the Dead Tree Media, I just got a bit pucky here. Yeah. Now listen, Amanda Forrow, shut up. I'm trying to interview. We're at the ICAP. We've just had fabulous lunch. I mean, God, it's worth coming just for the lunch.
It was.
But isn't this a stunning do? Seriously.
It is. It always is. I have been doing it for many years because I'm quite old now, really. That's what it is.
Well, they've only been doing it for 5 years, so you were sort
Right
of
from the
6 when
beginning.
you were 11 or something
I was
like that.
11.
But they've raised about 1.5 million. I mean, why? We actually got chock-a-block with a whole lot of celebs there. Well, I mean, some celebs they've obviously got right down this because David Hall Green and I are here,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they got down to the Z
Busy.
list. But they've got
Yeah.
real celebs
Yeah,
like
they
you
have.
and others.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think we sort of make any difference by turning up and gingering them up and?
I think so as well, because and what's sad for me is that because I've been doing this for 25 years now in this type of raising money thing, and what worries me is that the youngsters in the business, the young celebrities, aren't doing it. So that's why they keep calling us out, going, my God, was she in a bath chair this time?
No hardship for me.
But I think we really do make a difference. If Johnny's the man, it's the gardening, what's his car back?
No, it's not. Hang about.
I mean, really.
Jacob, Mr. Zuma. Yes. Hold on, Jacob. I'm just doing a TV link at the moment. I can't tell you what to do about it just yet. But can I come back to you right now? Because I really appreciate you asking my advice on this matter. But I'm going to have to come back to you. Is that all right? So sorry. I'm just talking to Jacob Zuma. If you don't mind, just keep rolling. Okay,
Well, we'll just
Jacob. I'll be right
justify
back.
ourselves, as if. Because Jacob, actually, he normally calls
This
me.
happens so often.
Why on earth he's calling you today is because I'm busy. I'm actually being professional at a function.
Exactly. So professional, unprofessional. I even cut that now. I must go and speak to the president.
It's his birthday. Can I
Oh,
just
yes.
say, it's Mr. Bullard's birthday today, which means he deserves one of these.
Mwah!
Happy birthday.
32 and still dancing. Wonderful.